right. Hey there. There's another quick problem we're going to do today on complex numbers and how to put them together. So there's three complex numbers here. There's 9 plus 5i, there's 4 minus 2i, and there's negative 1 plus 4i. The thing with complex numbers is every number is a complex number. So no matter what you do to complex numbers, the answer can be written in that form, a plus bi, where you have this little guy that doesn't have an I, and this little guy that does. So when we put all this stuff together, the answer is still going to be a number plus a number times an I. And that's no matter what you do. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. You can end up with an answer where you write it in that same form. So as far as practically how we do this, though, all we need to do is distribute anything that needs to be distributed. You don't actually need the parentheses unless you're distributing something. Like if you're timesing or if you're taking binomial here to a power, then you would need to deal with that. But there's nothing that's really attached to 2 out of the 3 of these. This one has a 1, little ninja over here. So we're going to have to distribute that negative. But over here, I mean, there's a ninja right there, right? But 1 times anything is 1. Negative 1 times something, though, changes the sign. So it's important that we distribute that one. But the first one and the third one doesn't really matter. So that's just going to drop down. 9 plus 5i. Minus 1 times 4, so negative 1 times 4 is negative 4, or minus 4. Negative, negative, make a positive. So that changes to that. This doesn't change, just like the first one. It didn't change, so it's just minus 1 plus 4i. And then we put all of our like terms together. So if all the real parts that don't have I in them, get combined, that would be 9 minus 4, which is 5, and then 5 minus 1, which is 4. Or you could say 9, and then minus 4 minus 1 makes a minus 5. 9 minus 5 makes 4. So we get 4. Then we put all the i's together. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. So there are 11 i's in total. That's positive, but I'll put a green little sign in between here. So that's actually the answer. There's something else we need to do to simplify that further. You can't. It's in complex form. Once it's in simplified complex form, a plus bi, there's nothing else you can do because that's just the number that it is, right? Like how do you simplify 2? You can't. So when it's in this form, a plus bi, there's no way to simplify it any further. If you're new to this, it kind of seems like maybe there's something else you could do, but there isn't. You can't add the 4 and 11. They're not like terms. There's nothing you can do with the I. You can write it as the square root of negative 1, but that's just what I is. It would be like replacing a pi symbol with 3.1415 blah, 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 blah. Like they're the same thing. So it's not any more simplified to write it in a different form. So that's it. That's the answer. 4 plus 11i. All right, hope that's been helpful.